What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for jumping into another video. My name is Josh and I am just your average Joe day trader. Guys, this channel, if you hadn't been here before, thank you for being here for your first time. We talk about the best day trade stocks, the top stocks that I trade day in and day out and make money in as day trade stocks. I am a retail day trader. I spend a lot of time doing research, doing analysis, charting, looking at all the statistics that I can find on specific companies' stocks based on my scanner and screener finds, and including looking at stocks that I pull from earnings reports. And then I come up with a list, and I'm more than happy to share that list with you guys here. And then I go through what the stocks have done, how they've performed, etc. Let's talk a little bit about the day today. There was really not anything in the news today that you would say would have been a catalyst behind any one or more stocks running up or running down. Looking at the charts, and as you can see here on the S&P 500, the S&P 500 started the morning in the pre-market at about $589.86. Now, when you hear the media talk about the S&P 500, they do it in points. So 5,960 points. 5,890 points. Okay. So $589.01 is the opening, pretty much the opening mark for the S&P 500 this morning. And you can see that it had a very consistent on the 15-minute run, very consistent all the way up through the pre-market, all the way up through the opening bell until about 1:15 in the afternoon, where you then had a bit of a slight down. And that's interesting. This is a double tweezer top right here. Hard to see. But there's some charting videos, candlestick videos that I just did that we're going to be talking about double top. And ran down a little bit. And then in the post market, it ran up slightly, and it's sitting at $596.32, where it closed at $596.09. Or, as the media will put it, the S&P 500 closed 5,961 points, which is 70 points above where it opened this morning. So the S&P 500 closed in a positive today. Good run, good day, followed yesterday, good run, good day. And anytime the S&P 500 is performing well, it causes most stocks, at least the ones that I trade in mostly, Nvidia, Apple, Google, okay, Meta, basically the Magnificent Seven, and then those surrounding it, Applied Digital, which is a AI cloud-based data center corporation, which I'm going to be launching a video specifically on APLD, because I trade APLD every day and make money in APLD every day. And I think today I made 180 something dollars in my trade today for APLD. And my strategy is in my very first video. If you want to understand how I trade, you can go and watch my strategy video. I tell you from, A to Z, everything that I do to prepare and how I trade. And then my goal is to trade where I gain at least $100 in profit per trade, per stock. Sometimes it happens in two events, two trades per stock. But I primarily like to get in and out one time to a specific stock. So how did we do today on our list? Let's go take a look at the average Joe day trade stocks. Okay, first up, now I talked about this one yesterday, guys. I think I even shared this morning to keep an eye on Ford. Ford had a recall that just hit last week, where they recalled 29,500 Ford Lightning pickup trucks for an issue with a ball bearing, something in the suspension in the front end where it was causing steering issues. Obviously, it must have caused an accident or accidents for them to do some sort of a large scale, recall. But I believed that Ford would open today based on that news coming off of last week into Monday and into today, probably running down. Man, was I wrong. Look at the results from Ford today. When the bell rang this morning at 9:30, It opened up at $9.97 and it ran all the way up top to $10.23. What a stellar day for Ford, guys. I didn't trade it. I wasn't even paying attention to it. Wish I did. I was watching Grab, which is another one that I've added to the list, and I'll share that one with you guys. But if you did trade Ford, drop me a comment. Let me know, guys, because I called it out. And wow, what a really, really good day. Great opportunity to make some good money trading Ford. And I love Ford. If you're, first time here, I love Ford because it's usually anywhere from a, $6, $7, $8 to $12 stock. It's very consistent. It's not too volatile. It's a little bit of a slow mover, so you can track it and follow it. If you want to look here, I can show you on the 5-minute sort of what this looks like. Look, steady, beautiful, right? Not a lot of guesswork in it. It's a really, really good company to day trade. GTX, Garrett Motion. This is, again, a company that does turbochargers for vehicles. They use AI technology to create them, and in their turbocharge technology, they use AI. You see Garrett Motion had a pretty decent opening. You could have gotten in at 10.19 and ran it all the way up here to 10.35. And then you see here basically the change, the turn of this candle red. And then even though 2 green candles, the sellers were fighting it, pushed it. You had an engulfing candle, pushed it all the way down. And in the aftermarket, it had a little bit of a jump up and a jump back down, but it's sitting at $10 right now, closed at 10.14. So $10 per share right now. SoundHound, one of my favorites. SoundHound kind of had a down run day. It's been pretty consistent where, I'm not trading SoundHound as much. Had a good opportunity yesterday to trade it. I would have not traded this one today. I did kind of look at it this morning and wasn't really feeling confidence in it. But SoundHound and Serve Robotics, 2 great companies. CX, which is Cemex Sab. This is a cement company. I like this company, guys. I say it all the time. It typically opens the morning after either a little bit of a drop with a run up, or it opens up like even here, a little bit of a drop and a run up. I mean, like it's pretty predictable. Okay. A little bit of a run, here's the rundown and then a bit of a run up. It did have a down motion. That was the Friday. Down and then a run up. I mean, it's pretty consistent, guys. I do recommend this one. Take a look at it as something that you may want to trade as a day trade. All right, next on our list, guys, is JTAI. I told you guys I'm going to kind of keep an eye on this one. I'm not so sure if I'm going to leave it on our list. It's not a favorite of mine. I have traded JTAI several times, usually around a catalyst of some sort of news or something going on. It just doesn't have enough momentum for me. You can see that even the day before yesterday, it kind of ran up, but there's so much volatility. You've got all these markers everywhere, which these are candlesticks all by themselves. Green, green, red, green, red. I mean, it's, the pattern is a little bit out of, just sort of out of sorts. I don't love it. I think this might be the last time we report on JTAI, and that's okay because I'm going to pull it off, and I've got several other stocks we're going to be adding to this list. So the next video, I'll share some newer ones. BBAI, I still love BBAI. I know they're having a lot of financial difficulties. Wasn't a very good day trade stock today. They were very challenged in their stock hold. But if you go to the 5-minute on it, it looks a little bit better. You actually had an opportunity right here where the market came down, and then you could have gotten in here at $3.86. Kind of fought through the horizontal noise, and it worked its way all the way up here to a high of $4.04. So a good opportunity, but not something that I would have been overall thrilled with. SLDB, how do we do in SLDB, guys? Let's go back to 15 minutes. So you see this amazing run SLDB had yesterday. Solid Bioscience, SLDB, had a downtrend, got about midpoint in the day, 11:30 in the morning, and then it started this uptrend run. So not too bad, could have made some money there. MYNZ is one that I am in, guys. Like I told you, it's a longer hold for me. Warren Buffett bought a ton of this stock. It's a cancer research company. They're doing a lot of, basically testing and things. I believe in what the company stands for. I believe in cancer research and coming up with a cure. So I bought into this stock. I've been bag holding the stock. I pretty much bought it and let it alone, and I'm not worried about it. but it's not working out for me as a day trade stock, guys. It just doesn't have the right momentum for me. You can see yesterday it did have a nice run up. You could have made money there. You could have made money here. Today, you kind of look at it and what are we doing, right? Not one I'm comfortable with, guys. MYNZ is going to come off the day trade list as well with JTAI. So you make a decision what you want to do with it on your list. Reker, R-E-K-R, had a pretty solid morning. The pre-market was actually pretty interesting because it had a very heavy run up from $1.13 all the way to a wick high of $1.53. And then it had a bit of a drop down early, towards opening bell. Still opened up and continued that uptrend. You could have gotten, if you had gotten in pre-market and stayed in it, or even sold it at this point, sold it up top here, bought back into it, it went all the way to $1.57. So you had an opportunity from about $1.10 here, or $1.13 to $1.57. That's pretty good, guys. Closed at $1.44, sitting at $1.45. Reker staying on the list. I kind of like Reker. My size, MYSC, again, you could see that if you got in it, you had some really good momentum today. But again, the volatility of it, I'm not loving it. So my size is not my size. I am going to be pulling my size off the list. Last one we got on this list is GFAI. And GFAI, wow, guys, two pretty interesting days for GFAI. Yesterday was kind of a not so hot day, just sort of ran horizontal. But today, look at this little doji candle down here. At 109 it opened up and pretty much took you all the way up to here at about $1.17. So, a 9-cent swing, 8-cent swing, but 8 cents, if you bought 10,000 shares at $1, $1.09 and, made 8 cents on 10,000 shares, you guys do the math, wouldn't have been a bad day. So those are the ones that are in the current list of best top day trade stocks. I don't like the JTAI, MYNZ, and MYSC. They're just not working for me in my tracking and trending. I'm not finding a very good trend for those, and I don't recommend them. And again, remember, none of this is financial advice. You can trade anything you want, do your own research, your own homework. I'm just sharing with you what I day trade in, and I try to guarantee making money every day. I don't like to lose money. If I end up holding something and swing it to the next day, totally fine. But you don't actually lose money in the stock market until you sell. So if you buy something at $1 and it drops to 95 cents, hold it at 95 cents. And when it goes to $1.01, you can sell out and take that 1 penny profit, or you can wait and see what it does there. Totally up to you. I don't recommend to sell out at $1.01 because potentially it could go to $1.05, $1.10, $1.15 that day. And all this is all hypothetical. It's not a real stock. But I don't like to ever say I've lost in the market. I don't lose anything until I make a decision to sell. So 2 that we started looking at yesterday, Hecla, Hecla. Guys, this one blows my mind. It had a day yesterday. And so far, my support and resistance levels are really good on this. The charting's really good. My 30-day average is really, really good. I'm really, really liking the setup on this stock. Good day yesterday to make money. Great day today to make money. 549 at the bottom of this wick. Obviously, you probably wouldn't get in there. You want to see what the next candle's doing. This candle opened at 555 and basically ran you all the way up to close 577, and it's sitting horizontal at 577. So that's 22 cents per share. Not too bad. The other one that we were looking at yesterday that's added to the list, matter of fact, I need to go ahead and add this one to the list now so I don't forget to do it later. Average Joe Day. Okay. The next one was IAG, IM Gold. Okay. Another strange one, but it had a very similar pattern yesterday as the HL did. But today, look at this, guys. $7.33, ran all the way up to almost $7.55 at close. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's, basically another 22 cents per share. I'm liking this one too. I'm liking how it tracks. I like the trend. I'm going to continue to do my due diligence on it though, guys. And so, when I add a new stock to my day trade list, in order for me to be comfortable saying it's a top stock for day trading, I do a full 30 days on it at least to run the trend, to learn the pattern, to understand its ups and its downs, to see where it fits in resistance levels, and support levels. And then I want to find out as much about it as I can. So I'm going to go, read the profile. I look at the different releases. I look at their corporate information, how much their cash dividend is. I want to see what the ratings are here, and what the inflow and the outflow are. Okay. There's a lot of information that you want to kind of take a look at. I look at the analysis. This is my favorite part of looking at stocks. So you see, based on 12 analysts, they all say buy, and buy is at 25%, strong buy at 33%, and anyone who's already in it, hold at 33%. There is an 8.33% underperformance, but pretty good, guys. This is a pretty good stats for this stock itself. And then you got to kind of go through the news and find the articles that, suit this stock and what you're looking for. And the other one I want to show you guys is Run. And I didn't trade this one today, and man, do I have regret. Total regret of missing out. I'm going to be following one other one called Grab, Grab. I'll show you that one in a minute, and APLD. I don't like to be in, more than one trade at a time, sometimes two, depending on how many screens I've got up. But look at this thing, guys. Okay, 709 open, ran all the way up to $8.42. 709 to 842. I could have made more money in this one stock than I probably did in both APLD and Grab today. But keep an eye on it, put it on your list, do some homework, and see if it's something that potentially you want to trade. Not every day is like that for it, which is my concern. Not every day. It's not as easy to trend, but this was just a beautiful run day. And if you understand your candlestick patterns and you follow the momentum and you have your support and resistance set, then this would have been a no-brainer. Okay. But I was in Grab. Grab is a Hong Kong-based company that is basically like Uber, but in Hong Kong. They do food delivery, they do courier service, they do rideshare. And I got in this one today. This actually was sent to me by a very good friend of mine who stated that one of the top 3 analysts, okay, for the New York Stock Exchange rated this as a strong buy. And basically they said that this stock is going to go to $5.30 per share. And I heard that and I'm like, okay, strong buy, $5.30 a share. They're excited about that. It's already pretty much at $4.88, 86 cents. So, what am I going to do? My friend said to me, trust me, trade it, and we'll talk about it later. So, guys, obviously, I didn't wait in the pre-market. I jumped into this one. I did a little bit of quick research. This friend of mine is very educated, very smart. Usually when he calls me on a play, I get in the play. I'm going to make money. I haven't lost with him yet. So I jumped in this pre-market somewhere about $4.86. And I kind of, let it be and just walked away from it. And about midway through the morning, I came back to it and I could not believe what was going on here, guys. This thing ran all the way up to $4.98. I got in it, like I said, somewhere around $4.85, 86 cents. Pretty good. As soon as I saw it, up in this peak horizontal, I took profit on it and called it a day. Closed at $4.99, sitting at $5.01. Good stock. Take a look at it. I will be trending it, to have a little bit more visibility to what's going on with it. The day before, same thing, nice trend. Day before, nice trend. Day before, not so much. Wouldn't have been a trade day for me. Not too bad. I would have traded it that day. I would have traded it that morning. I would have traded it that morning. So, guys, I definitely would have traded it that morning. So, a lot of good stuff going on with Grab. Just know it is a Hong Kong company, but it's on the New York Stock Exchange through the NASDAQ, and pretty good. So, last, I'm going to show you guys APLD, my favorite. APLD today. Okay, so I've told you many times, APLD typically every day opens with a drop. Okay, not so much yesterday. This is the day we got the news yesterday with CoreWeave. There are now tenants in the data center. Huge news. There was nothing that was going to cause that to run down. You can see the day before it has this, run down, then run up, run down, then run up. Very easy pattern to detect. Nothing was stopping this from going up yesterday. Wasn't sure what was going to happen today. Up in the pre-market, ran down, up in the pre-market, opened up, dropped hard. As soon as it dropped hard, I knew it was my time to get into that. I did wait to see what these couple green candles would do. Got into about this doji candle, realized that there was some uncertainty, hit this candle right here, got in, and basically let it ride up, and got out at about 10. This is a 10:50. It closed at 10:42. I got out just about 10:38 and sold and made profit. Really good stock. Take a look at it. Anyway, guys, listen, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for me, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video, and drop me a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing. How's your day trade journey going? What can I help you with? What questions may you have? And I'm going to put it in the description, but there is a post in there on my channel. I'm considering opening a Discord. I didn't know what Discord was myself when I first got involved in trading with this group of guys, and they explained to me Discord is basically like Snapchat for adults. It's a texting service, but you can do live, audio, you can do video, you can do text, you can send pictures. I mean, it's pretty incredible. So I've already created an Average Joe Day Trader Discord. I won't send out any invites until we have enough people that are interested in signing up for it. I'm not asking for any money for it. It's free, probably for a period of time, and to a specific number of invites, and then probably we'll lock it down and charge some sort of a annual or a monthly fee for people that want to get into this community to learn from us. So be one of the very first that gets grandfathered into this Discord with us, so we can start text chatting and doing some live calls and things like that about day trading, about the stock market, about the news, etc. But anyway, guys, have a good night, and let's be careful. Let's see how the market opens up tomorrow morning. But I think we're going to have another green day. Let's see what happens. Guys, Josh out. Peace.